Now we will discuss the models of development. The first one is Western liberal model of development. This is also called as market model of development. All the societies progress from traditional to transitional to modern development stages. It emphasizes that economic development is incumbent upon political development. Individuals' autonomy, self-development and rights are the central point of this model. So, they say that the individuals need to have autonomy so that they can develop themselves, they can contribute to the development of the society. So, our duty, the duty of the state is to provide the autonomy for these individuals. But remember that no society has given 100% freedom to its people. It is governed by certain rules and regulations, or else there can be problem in the society. It may lead to conflicts within the society. Now, let us discuss the main features of this development. The first one is technological innovations. For in order to, whenever there is freedom, at the time people will think differently and it may lead to technological innovations. For example, after COVID-19, we have seen that we started using a lot of technology in terms of teaching and learning process. Now, we are recording the lectures and we are making it available in the website so that the students at any point of time can refer, download the lectures and listen to these lectures, my dear friends. So, whatever the conventional method of teaching and learning was there, right now with the technological innovations, we can see the transformation. The second feature is the rapid industrialization. More industries, more employment opportunities, more production and the products are available to a larger section of people. And when the production is more, at the time the demand for the products will come down, that means the price of the commodity will also come down. That means each and every section of people will be able to utilize those products, my dear friends. The third one is modernization and the fourth one is free economy. That means people can manufacture the products anywhere across the world and they can sell the products anywhere across the globe, my dear friends. This encourages that the product will be available to all sections of people. And the next one is competitiveness. Whenever there is competition, at the time there will be more production. For example, almost 2 decades back, there were only 4 players in terms of telecommunication, like Airtel, Vodafone, then BSNL and so on. But when there was competition, we have seen that the prices of the calls have come down. Right now, if you are going to recharge for 100 rupees, you are going to have incoming and outgoing free across the month, my dear friends. It is just because of competition. So, if you are going to have a fair competition, then obviously there will be more production and the customers or nothing but the people will be benefited. And the last one is we require full engagement of the people in this development process. So, these are the main features of development. Now, but this theory also has its own critic. A nation's control is that developed nations control developing nations by economical policies. The developed nations are going to control the developing nations. Recently, we have seen when there is a war between Russia and Ukraine, India started purchasing the crude oil from Russia, but the United States of America started putting on sanctions on India, saying that you are not supposed to purchase the crude oil from Russia because indirectly you are going to contribute for the war which is happening between Russia as well as Ukraine, my dear friends. So, the developed nations are going to build the pressure or control the developing nations in the name of policies, in the name of sanctions and so on. And this may lead to economical inequalities between different nations, my dear friends. And it also may lead to monopoly in terms of trade and commerce. Now, let us discuss about the welfare model of development. In this, the role of the state is imperative in economical activities and its main duty is to look after the welfare of the people economical as well as social welfare of the people. The state has to plan as well as organize the programs, welfare programs for the development of the poor people. Its duty is to look after health, education, employment, social security, public distribution and so on, my dear friends, so that the poor people can satisfy these basic requirements. The state has to act as an agency so that it can bring the change, a desired change in the society, and it can also develop the society. It also has the responsibility to protect the weaker sections who are there in the society. In order to look after the welfare of these people, our duty is to provide food on subsidized rate, provide education, free and compulsory education to the people, skill development program, and if the people are very, very poor, free housing, free medical scheme and so on. So, most of the developing nations have adopted this model, and India too has adopted this model, my dear friends. India is providing all these schemes what we have discussed right now. Now, we will discuss about socialist model of development. The social thinkers propose that democracy is a means to achieve development, whereas some of the thinkers like Karl Marx has said that revolution is going to bring the development in the society. So, we can also call it as Marxist socialist model of development. Socialist path of development has rejected the capitalist model of development, because capitalists will always try to exploit the people. They may make them work for longer period and they may pay them very, very less, and it is going to lead to injustice in the society, and we are going to see the disparities among the people who are there in the society. So, he said that, or the centralized common command of economical system is the main feature of this theory. He said that the state need to control the economical condition, and the state has to provide the rights and justice to the workers. He has emphasized on social, economical rights along with social justice to the workers, and also has to make the policies keeping the workers' interest in view. The rights, both civil and political, of people had very little importance, my dear friends. The state has the absolute duty to provide health, education and social security. If you go to China, China has gone for a communist cum socialist path of development. If you see the transport facility, if you see the railway system, from the first bogie to the last bogie, it is central AC and it is interconnected, and the prices are equal for all the people. There is no difference between the rich and the poor. But if you see the railway system in India, we have, for the poor we have second class bogies, 2 or 3 bogies, and the rest of the thing like we have sleeper, 2 tier, 3 tier, AC and so on. We find the differences here in terms of providing the comforts to the people, whereas in the socialist model, it is the duty, it is the responsibility of the state to provide all these facilities equally to each and every section of the society. The socialist model has to see decline in its acceptability and liberal democratic capitalist model, which has got a big boost in universal and is universally acceptable, my dear friends. Democratic socialist model of development has emphasized for achieving socialist goals. India has adopted this model already discussed, and we are trying to provide the facilities to the people, but it also has certain problems like inefficient planning, corruption within the system. All these are also going to play a vital role in terms of success of this model. These states also adopted for the LPG model, like liberalization of policies, privatization as well as globalization. And we have also gone for commercialization of services, especially in terms of education and healthcare facilities. Now let us discuss Gandhian model of development. Here he has given much importance to moral and ethical development. He has emphasized more on non-violence and truth, and also advocated decentralization and self-sufficiency. His main duty, the main duty of the development process is to provide the basic needs to its people, and which is primary and important. And for that, he also said that we need to promote handicrafts, cottage industries, also agriculture sector, as a large section of people are in the rural areas. Without looking after the welfare of these people, we cannot have a complete development in the society. Now, the last one is sustainable development model. Right now, we are talking about sustainable development. According to Brundtland report, they said that we need to satisfy all our requirements without compromising the future generation. So, our duty is to satisfy the requirements by taking care of the next generation, my dear friends. So, by now we have discussed about the development theories. Thank you.